This is the commissioned piece of Willow. This video shows how the process works. First, my friend emailed me excellent photos of Willow. As you can see, they're very clear and the files were large enough for me to enlarge. She included a main picture showing Willow's personality and several close-ups of the eyes and nose. Now it was my turn to refine the photos. I used Photoshop to crop the picture, and to make Willow stand out, I softened the background. This is what it looked like. I sent this reference picture to my friend, and she approved the piece, so the project moves forward. Now it's time for me to prepare the canvas. First, I add hanging wires. Then I add eye screws that allow me to attach the canvas to cardboard later. The front of the canvas is toned with an airbrush acrylic paint, and the sides are painted black for an added finishing touch. I trace a template of the image on a clear sheet so I can check for distortion during the painting process. Next, I make a transfer paper by applying pastel to the back side of the photo, making sure to use a color that will show up on the toned canvas. I rub the pastel smooth, then tap off the excess. I attach the tracing paper to the canvas with the photo side face up. Then I trace the image using a pencil, checking as I go to see if my lines show up on the canvas. I attach the canvas to a cardboard stay and apply masking tape to the sides of the canvas. I like to paint a value study to start the painting. This sets the image and gives it a three-dimensional look. The eyes and nose will be critical, so I take special care with these details. My focus right now is just on Willow, and I'm leaving the background for later. The next day, when my value study is dry, I use my clear template to check for distortions. You'll see that there's teal marks. That's where I found my distortions. The color medium I'm using is Paul de Marais oil sticks. These oil sticks are real oil paint, but they have a little more wax than tube paint, so you can apply them using your hand. They cure and can be varnished like any other oil paint. I start my process of picking colors by printing a copy of my reference photo on photo paper in order to get the best detail and colors. I made chips of all my oil stick colors. Then I place the chips on the photo, choosing the closest colors to those that I actually see in the photo. Then I pull out all of the colors and I prepare the oil sticks for painting. In order to keep track of the colors, I have a spreadsheet, and that way I can go back to it if I need to make changes to my painting later. Finally, time to paint. I apply the paint in light layers. I apply the marks based on my belief that everything has every color, and each color has its own composition. At the end of this first layer, you'll notice that all the colors, once they're applied, I tap the edges with my pinky finger, then soften the edges with a brush. When the first layer is done, I set it aside to dry thoroughly. Now that the initial layer is dry, it's time to finish the piece. My initial layer can get kind of wild, so I want to make sure that I'm going to check for distortion and take notes of what I find. I start with the most important detail first, the eyes. They're the window to the soul. I refer to the close-up photo of the eyes that my friend gave me so that I can pick the proper colors. Then I just take the colors that will apply to those eye colors and set them aside. I'll be using a small palette knife and miniature brushes for the delicate work, and I use friction to apply the oil sticks to the glass palette, which loosens that nice rich paint up. When I'm happy with the eyes, I finish out the other areas until I think that the painting is pretty close to done. The painting is ready to go to my friend for her feedback and or approval. We can make minor changes at this point. This is the picture I sent. She approved the painting. Yay! Now that the piece is approved, it's time for the final touches. I go ahead and paint the sides one more time with the black paint. Then I seal the entire piece with retouch varnish. Finally, it's time to ship. I attach the painting to a cardboard tray, and on the back side I attach a packet of paperwork regarding the painting, including a certificate of authenticity, and close the package up and off it goes. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.